Welcome along to this video walkthrough of our 2010 Willerby Summer. It's a 35 by 10 3 bed. It's got double glazing and electric heaters and it's priced at 11,945. Going to give you a look around, show the layout and the condition. So let's get on. So first thing I just mentioned, which I don't always mention, we do free delivery within 100 miles from our sales centre here in Devon. We do gas, water, electric test all of our caravans and they come with a 3-month warranty as well. So just bear that in mind when you're looking around. But back to the caravan, we've got, as you can see, this fitted seating area that goes all the way along the front window, along the offside of the living room area, and then into a sort of dining piece as well. We've then got a freestanding table and a couple of stools. It has been recovered in the past. I would imagine the original coverings are underneath and someone sort of loosely sewn some more fabric on, because it's not the most brilliant way of doing it in comparison to how we would get it recovered if we were to do it, but it certainly serves a purpose and looks tidy enough. And if you had a couple of blankets to cover over, if you've got or if you're doing a self-build and might be coming in from working out on the building, or you've got dogs or something like that, then I think it's perfectly usable. In the corner here, so on the door side in the living room area, we've got some storage cupboards above the fire unit. As you can see, we've then got the gas fire, and we have a hanging rail sort of shelving area there to the left hand side of it. So you don't usually get that in a living room, but it's kind of handy because you could put some coats and things like that hanging up in there if you wanted to. Area for our television, and then over in the corner here we've then got a storage cupboard, as you can see. Decent front windows. It's a square fronted caravan, so square windows, rectangular windows, and then a couple along the offside as well. It's had new carpet throughout the caravan. The vinyl's the same, but the carpet's new, so as you can see, that looks quite tidy, and you'll see that going throughout the caravan. Coming through to the kitchen area, there is some delamination just to point out on a few of the cupboard doors. Just looking at the edge of this one's been cut, as you can see, potentially if it focuses. But so there's a few doors with a bit of delamination, but it's not too bad. The kitchen itself, as you can see, we've got window, got our sink, we've got our gas oven. A lot of the time these galley kitchens in the 10 foots, you'd have the kitchen sink on one side, the oven on the other. This one, you've got them both on the same side, and then on the left hand side then you've got a fridge. You could fit a much taller fridge freezer in here if you wanted to, without taking out the fridge there. It's got good, probably 18 inches to 2 feet above that fridge, but you could take that shelf out and put quite a large fridge freezer in that space there if you wanted to. And then you do have another long cupboard here, but that's got your water heater in it that does our hot water for the kitchen and the bathroom. Coming up the caravan to the hallway area, so we've got an exterior door here on my right hand side going all the way down the hallway, which runs down the door side of the caravan. We'll go to the back of the caravan here where we find our main bedroom. Again, got new carpet in here. We've got storage over the top of the bed, along with bedside table units. Window is on the rear of the caravan here. Curtains as well, and then we've got our wardrobe unit there with a little mirror and shelf in the corner. The wardrobes itself, decent enough size. Got the flue there for the water heater. Hanging rail space there. Could fit a little chest of drawers in underneath it as well if you wanted to. Then we have got an electric panel heater there on the wall, as you can see. Decent enough space around the bed. 10 foot, sometimes you can be a bit more restricted for getting around the bed, but there's really good space around both sides of the bed, as you can see. Coming out of that main bedroom, we turn to our right hand side, we find one of the twin rooms. So we've got 2 single beds in here, new carpet again, and then if I come in, show you the storage around the bed and spin round, we've then got a wardrobe unit as well, as you can see. So that runs from the floor with a hanging rail space and shelf at the top towards the ceiling, but not quite. And then we have an electric panel heater on the left hand side there as we go out. No delamination to the bedrooms, because the cupboard doors in the bedrooms are made differently. They're not wrapped like the kitchen living area ones, so nothing to worry about there. It's just the kitchen living area that suffers with a bit of that. The other twin room looks pretty much exactly the same. Shelving units to the sides of the bed, single beds, and if I spin round again, another unit, wardrobe unit there, and electric panel heater. So two twin rooms there, with both with double singles and both pretty much the same size. Coming back out of there again, and then back towards our kitchen and into our bathroom, we've got our sink, toilet and shower. We've got electric panel heater on the right hand side there, and as I come in I'll show you the shower. Decent enough size really for a 10 foot wide, fairly standard size shower these days in a 10 foot or more modern 10 foot, sort of 2010-ish onwards. Decent size shower, sliding door that rolls back there to the right hand side and gives us good space in there. And then sink and toilet as I mentioned there. So that's the inside of the Summer, fairly tidy throughout with the new carpet, bit of delamination to some of the cupboards up the front end here. Obviously upholstery that's been loosely recovered in the past, or covered over I should say. But other than that, fairly tidy, fairly straightforward 10-foot layout. I'm going to jump outside now and I'll show you the exterior. Outside the Summer then, just walking around, as you can see, I said it had that square foot frontage on it. It does have a slight bay that just kicks out ever so slightly there, as you can see, by probably about 6 to 8 inches, which just gives it a slightly bit of character compared to some that just have a complete flat front, like you do find, but we don't tend to get too many of those. Coming down the offside of the Caravan, there's not really much to worry about. A couple of little lumps and bumps, but not really any significant damage to make you aware of. Same with the back, got a bit of splatter across the back. Just looks like flies. I think they need washing off, probably from the road, but no real damage or anything like that to worry about. Same along the door side. We've got a couple of little holes that have been filled, just small ones along the back and then below the door there, and a couple of little dents and things along the side, but no significant damage really to worry about. The chassis is a standard painted chassis, as you can see. Does have some surface rust, because most Caravans will do after a few years if they're not galvanised, but the chassis itself is perfectly sound and not a problem there. So that has been our 2010 Willerby Summer. It's a 35 by 10 3-bed unit. It's got double glazing electric heaters. It's priced at 11,945. Includes all the bits I mentioned at the beginning. If you've got any questions or want to have a look, please pop along and see us here at Winkley. Hopefully hear from you soon.